Great evening, folks. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin here. Welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant, folks. How are you? Welcome to another podcast where your favorite millionaire, goes live every night to give you guys the opportunity to pick my brain, to ask questions about your life, about entrepreneurship, about manifestation as well. So go ahead and comment your names here below, folks. Comment your names in the chat box below. And let me give you a shout out. It's approximately 12:24 a.m. in the morning here in Houston, Texas. How are you, man? I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. Hey, Mickey, how are you? Isa, Bella, how are you? Patricia, Angie, Bronk, Non-Wealth, Mr. Oliver, how are you? Tavar, Tiger, how are you? Obini, how are you, sir? So, listen, we're going to do another Q&A tonight. You post your questions below, and I will answer them. And I'm going to assume you had a terrific day today. Okay? Good day. You know why? Because the day is always a good day, isn't it? Always, if you choose for it to be a good day. Hey, Travis. Travis, how are you? Life itself is all about decisions and choices. And I just make the choice for today to always be great. Because there's always a reason why it is. That's why. Jania, Jennifer, how are you? Josh, Reverend Art, how are you, sir? Jean, how are you? Austin. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking again. So questions for me, folks. Questions. I see dead people. I'm just kidding, folks. Questions. Talk to me. Hey, Finest Styles, how are you? Natasha. Let's get started, folks. And listen, if you're not subscribed to the podcast, what are you doing with your life? Everybody, all of you have the opportunity to log on to Apple Podcasts and Spotify and just to listen and to apply the methods and techniques that I share on a nightly basis just to help you and to assist you to become who you want to be, whether that's start a business or just learn some life skills, okay? So you can be more productive to be able to manifest the reality that you want to have, okay? Hey, Wealth of Digi, how are you? TJ Lily, how are you? Adrian, how are you? Adrian. Excuse me, folks. I just yawned. Now, what does that mean? Tummy rat. How are you? Hey, Wes, I have a neighbor next door, and she's 92. I go over her house daily and help her, but sometimes it's not appreciated. What do I do? Help her anyway, man. She's 92. Who cares? I mean, she's an older woman. Just help her. It's okay, man. It feels good to be able to help someone else who probably can't help themselves. So, William. And then that would give you the opportunity to listen. If you're helping a 92-year-old woman and you feel that she doesn't appreciate it, then that gives you the opportunity to work on your own individual emotional intelligence, right? To be calm, even though you're making a contribution to her life, she fails to reciprocate. Okay, stay calm, stay cool, and continue to help her. What's next? Jazz. Phonasia, how are you? William, how are you? Chantel, Jace, Jazz. Hooks. HT Twist. All right. Any questions for me, folks? Listen, I'm here because of you. If you don't have any questions for me, then there's no reason why I should stay alive. Okay? So if we're going to have a conversation, if you're going to post a few questions below, go ahead and do it now. Or I'll just end the live and we'll talk tomorrow. Okay? Is anybody out there? Hello. Am I talking to myself? Where are the questions here? Don't you folks love how consistent I am with these rants and podcasts? It's phenomenal, isn't it? Yeah. Like, how many people do you know that would do a thing for several years, and to the natural eye, most of you, your opinion would be, oh, you're not growing, you don't have a lot of people listening, you're doing something wrong. Yeah. Yeah, some of you are like, oh man, you're not making progress, Wes. Many of you would have quit the first 6 months. And I've been doing this for 5 years, and I love it. And I still have the same enthusiasm and the same spunk as I had when I first started this. Because I love it. Because it's about the people. It's about you. Like I've came to the realization that I'm not going to be good, financially for the rest of my life. I just know. So, to get the opportunity to do this, regardless if I get millions of listens per day, which I will, regardless of how many subscribers on the podcast, which I will, I don't know. It's not a big concern. It just feels good to give somebody that was like me 20 years ago, to help them, to share some genuine advice with them so they can take a different road, or just maybe have a bit more information about what they're trying to do to create the life that they want. What are your thoughts, Wes, on what? Some people believe that 84 is not that old, but I believe it is. Yeah, I guess not. If I'm trying to create a product with one AI model and it takes too long because of lag, that last 5 hours, should I go to another AI? Absolutely. Yeah, I would say use several. Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, Mistral. Yeah, jump between them because there's just so many people using AI currently. Caroline, how are you? You got a fan from Nigeria. When did you first awaken to the power and impact of meditation had on your manifestation? At the age of 31, 32. I read a book, Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it was just a game changer for me. Been meditating every day since. Yeah, sometimes Claude is, I've discovered Claude is much better for applications like coding, ChatGPT, copywriting for sure, or DeepSeek as well. Hey, Joy, how are you? Joven, how are you? Hello to Justin, how are you? Dorian. Diana. Can I tell you about Zpama, the ecosystem I'm building? Sure. Type it in the comments below. Any more questions for me here? Any more questions here? I give you 5 seconds to type your questions below, or we will call it the night. Wesley, how was your childhood growing up? Did you consider it normal? Well, my childhood, my dad's a pastor. He's been a pastor for since I was born. But my father was very strict, very extremely strict. And I wouldn't say I had a pleasurable childhood. Okay. Now, obviously, I guess there were fun moments, but I'll tell you this, it was just too strict. I mean, honestly, my dad was just too tough on us. I still remember, this is going to sound silly, but it happened. I still remember when me and my brother would get up in the middle of the night and we would go get a cookie out of the cookie jar. And in the morning, my dad would complain about a cookie. Who took the cookies? I can't make this up. Who took the cookie out of here? He'll line us up. Okay, did you take the cookie? Did you take the cookie? And we would get a whooping for taking a cookie. You got to ask for these cookies. You don't just get up and take these cookies. I'm like, what's the deal with these stupid cookies, right? So, my dad was just insane, honestly. But he did his best, right? And obviously, he was a great father because he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't curse. And he didn't show enough compassion. But obviously, his parenting style worked because me and my brother today are a millionaire. So he did something right. So, my childhood was just like anybody. It was nothing fabulous. I wasn't a popular kid. I got the bare minimum of everything. Pay less for my shoes. Just a real average life. Nothing fascinating. What's going on, Anish? What reference books would you recommend and why? When you say reference books, what are you referencing? Ray Oliveira, how are you? Rory. Personal growth. You read Think and Grow Rich. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Read those books. Or maybe The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Phenomenal books. questions here. But, to tell the story about my childhood, it was just average. It was no abuse and things like that. I did get a lot of whoopings. I hated that. That was insane. But I tell you this, I wouldn't want to relive my childhood. Absolutely not. Not in my father's house. Absolutely not. I think when I turned 18, 19, I was ready to move out. I was ready to get out of that house. And when I got out, man, I was free. I loved it. I made some mistakes, but still, it was amazing. How was you and your mom's relationship? Perfect, Me and my mom, she's like my biggest fan. Especially when I was building the business and the company. One thing about my mom, she always believed in my audacious goals. She really did. She never teased me. She wasn't condescending, and she would just believe. She was like, son, I know you're going to do it, son. I know you're going to do it. My son is going to do this. And she was very, very positive, very optimistic about what I was doing. And, I love her for that. For the rest of my life and her life. Even though I don't talk to my mom every day, because, right now I'm focused. I'm really working on some things. So when I'm focused on something, I just need that time to stay in that zone, if that makes sense. And once I'm out of the zone, yeah, okay, of course. And everybody enjoy the fruits of my labor. But, we have a great relationship. My mom, she's the first woman that understands me to the T. She gets it. My mom understands me 100%, of course. But she's my mom. Of course she should. Duh, absolutely. All right, next here. Yeah, my mother, she's a phenomenal woman, honestly. Honestly, they don't make women like my mom anywhere. They really don't. I met my woman. She's close to my mom. As far as personality, attitude, and how she carries herself. But, my mom, she's amazing. She don't argue, she don't fuss, she don't scream, she don't curse, she don't fight, she don't drink, she don't do none of that stuff. My mom is a perfect woman. If you ever met her, you would definitely agree with me. I don't think my mom have any enemies. None. I don't think anybody doesn't like my mom. She's just the nicest, sweetest person ever. It's just what it is. So I'm grateful for that, for sure. Cindy, how are you? What's next here? Next question. Isabella. Virgin 007. Okay. Any more questions for me, folks? If not, I'm going to end the live again. Like I said before, subscribe to the podcast. The podcast is available for you. It's free information, free game, free knowledge for you to extrapolate and learn. Okay? Millionaire Midnight Rant. Don't forget those words. Don't forget that podcast. When you see it as the most listened to podcast on the planet, I don't want you to be shocked. I don't want you to be alarmed. Say, oh yeah, I knew it was going to happen. Because I'm telling you it's going to happen. So just remember, You know, maybe you see 26 people. See 26 million. You'll see. You shall see. DC Ron, are you? Who became a millionaire first? You or your brother? Me, of course. It was me. I'm the first generation of millionaire, of course, and then I helped my brother to become one. Yeah, of course. That's the least I can do, right? I'm a nice guy. Now it's my goal to help you folks earn your first million. Wes, are you a Republican or a Democrat? Neither. I don't vote, folks. I mean, I don't really care who's the president. I don't have any type of Republican, Democrat. I'm not partisan to any party. I mean, I don't even follow politics. Man. I don't care. Okay. I mean, do you think I would actually stand in line to vote? Are you saying? No. I just got on. I missed the whole thing tonight. Yep, Gustavo, you were late. And Candy Patrice, are you? Some says they love sports. Yeah, I'm not a sports fan as well. I don't watch football. I don't watch basketball, soccer. I don't watch any sports at all. It's just a waste of time, in my opinion. I don't play video games. I don't have a PS5. I mean, I'm a grown man. Why would I have a PS5 and Xbox? I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless you're monetized and making money from it, I guess. But I don't have a fantasy football team. Like, that requires me to know information about football players. You think I'm going to study a football player? You think I'm going to study a man that is making millions of dollars? I'm going to study him so I can recruit him for my fantasy football team? No, sir. No, thank you. What is your favorite sport? Reading books, chess? Wes, who was your least favorite teacher in elementary school? Good question. I could tell you my favorite teacher. It was Miss Houston. Miss Houston. I think I had a crush on the teacher when I was in middle school. I think it was Miss Coleman. I still remember her. Miss Coleman was a little provocative. The reason why I say that because she would wear these very, very revealing clothes, if that makes sense to you. And some days I had to stay after class, if you know what I mean. Nah, I mean, nothing happened. But the worst, in high school, probably Miss Coker. She failed me. She tried to fail me. That would have resulted in me not graduating. But I did steal her grade book, and it's possible that I took her grade book and flushed it down the toilet. I mean, that is possible. So, yeah. Man, this is true stories, folks. No jokes. What do you remember most about Miss Houston? I don't know. That's a good question. I guess I just remember her name because I live in Houston, Texas. Miss Houston, I live in Houston. I don't know. I think she's the only teacher I remember in elementary, Miss Houston. I wonder if Miss Houston's still alive. I wonder if she's still teaching. I don't know. She'll be old by now. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. Miss Houston was cool. I can't remember much after that, to be honest with you. Hey, Shanika Francis, how are you? Good job, Auto Rose. Casey, how are you? That was a good question, actually. My teachers, wow. So I went to Law Elementary. I went to Fondren Middle School. And I attended Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice for high school. All schools that are located here in Houston, Texas. I've been to Houston Community College. I went to U of H for a couple of days. True story. I just couldn't find my way around the campus, so I just stopped going to class. Are you good in math? Define good. I can do addition. 2 plus 2 is 4. I could do multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4. And I could do division. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, yeah, I guess I'm pretty good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, there are you. Well, I guess all that's needed is the basics. I never really understood math, to be real. I never understood math and why it was important to take algebra. Like, I'm rich, right? I still haven't utilized 2x minus 1 equals 4. I have not applied that to anything, even in accounting. Like, I don't understand with these symbols and these letters in math. Why? Maybe, I don't know. In some other career, you may need that, but I don't think the average person would need to know why 2z minus 4 equals 6. Like, why? How do we utilize that? Like, how is that going to be applicable in the average person's career choice? I think it's just a waste of information, honestly. Someone said a tax firm. So you're telling me in tax firms, you guys are using 2x minus 1 equals 4? Come on, really? Why? I don't think so. Hey, Liz Tran, how are you? Good job, Gustavo. Do you remember any classmates from elementary school? Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. One person, his name was Javier. He was a straight 100 student. You remember back when you were in school, and it was always that one kid that would make hundreds on everything, and they didn't study. They never would study. So that was Javier. Javier, when it was time for a test, he was making 100. His report card was all hundreds, literally. Like, his report card was hundreds every time. Hundreds. So I do remember him vaguely. Oh, another guy, Horace. I think I remember him because he used to stay in next door to my neighborhood, Cloverland. Horace Grant. I think he's a police officer now here in Houston, Texas. Why do I remember him? Because he just lived in the neighborhood. I don't know. He probably studied. Maybe, I guess. But, according to Javier, and I think there are just some people on the planet, they don't have to study, man. They can learn information very quickly from the teacher. I was like that in chemistry. Chemistry was my favorite course in high school. I made hundreds. I never studied. I just learned the formula day one, and I was just good to go. I did very well. And I never studied. Wow, what girl do you remember most from elementary school? No girl. I think my cousin Gina. That's it. And I haven't spoken to Gina in decades. But any other girl, I don't know. I couldn't tell you any girls from middle school as well. Maybe high school. But yeah, no woman, no girls in elementary. I can't remember. Oh, I can't even remember one. Oh, no, I did. Sorry. And it was my crush, Nicole Murray. I do remember Nicole Murray. I had a crush on her from 1st grade to 5th grade. She stayed right across the street from the school. And, yeah, that was my little crush. I don't know what happened to Nicole Murray. She was a dark-skinned, beautiful little girl. And, but I don't know, we never, I didn't have any confidence back then, so, I was just a chump. So, yeah, nothing happened. What could happen? I'm in elementary, but I think she knew I liked her, but, That's a good question, though. Taking me down memory lane, huh? Alley cat, are you? Do you count all your trainers? Do I count them? What trainers are you referring to? Oh, you mean my shoes? I didn't. That's a lot. I probably have over 100 shoes I wear to the gym. 100 plus for sure. Oh, okay, Gustavo, gotcha. You're very welcome. All right, folks, I guess I'm going to go ahead and let you go if I don't have any more questions here. I know some of you showed up, you attended late. I don't know why you were late when you should, 1, follow me, and 2, turn on your notifications. Because this is free information. It's free. I'm not charging you any money for this. It's all free. And that's what you folks want. You want information, advice, and guidance for free, correct? Okay. Yeah. But I think I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you for joining me here tonight. And remember, if you want to subscribe to my podcast, just go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you want to download my app, Manifest AI, if you're an iPhone user, you could do that as well. I'm about to mount the Mount Everest. What do you think about this? Would you do it? No. Yeah, like I said, folks, go to the Apple Store if you want to learn how to use AI to manifest your dreams. Well, download Manifest AI. See how we're using this new technology that is helping people manifest and change and alter their beliefs while they sleep. The name of the app is Manifest AI in the App Store. You can't miss it. We have a ton of reviews, so it's there. People love it. It's growing fast. And I would like to give all of you the opportunity to download it for free. Yeah, you heard me. Free. Manifest AI in the App Store. So much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. And let's go.